now.
October is ADHD Awareness Month, and more than 7 million kids and 23 million adults are diagnosed with the disorder. Experts say now is the best time to raise awareness about the prevalence of it and to help make sure those with it get the support they need. So joining us live this morning is Dr. Edward Hallowell and Nancy Armstrong. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Dr. Hallowell, I want to start with you. Can you talk just a little bit about how prevalent this really is? How many people are experiencing this?
Well, more than most people think. The official number is like, say, 5% of the population. That's low because it's only counting the people who are impaired. The diagnostic manual requires severe impairment in order to be diagnosed. And so it leaves out the millions of people like me who did great in school and are doing well in adult life. That number is huge, the people who are doing well who have ADHD. So if you include those, I think the number is closer to 30% of the population. Our gene pool is loaded for it because the people who came over and colonized this country were risk takers, pioneers, visionaries, entrepreneurs, the very qualities that people with ADHD have. So we are seeded, our gene pool is seeded with the genetic traits that lead to having this condition.
Nancy, I understand that you have worked on a film, created a PSA about ADHD. What has inspired you to do that?
Well, I raised 3 children with ADHD, and I quickly realized that this is a deeply misunderstood diagnosis. So I wanted to create a film and a campaign that would cut through the confusion and the misinformation and the pervasive myths around ADHD and democratize the best information from the top experts in the field like Ned. You know, we want to liberate parents and children to know that they're not alone and that there is an upside to ADHD. So this is fundamentally reframing this from a deficit disorder model, which is just wrong, to a brain type or a trait that comes with some challenges that do need to be managed, but also comes with some pretty significant and impressive strengths.
So this question is for both of you. Can you just talk a little bit about what parents or educators or really anybody can look for when it comes to signs, and how can they help make sure someone gets the resources that they need, the help that they need?
Well, the main sign is unexplained underachievement. So if you know your child could be doing better, think of ADHD before you assume he or she is just not trying hard enough. Nancy?
And really foster a relationship between teachers and your child. It is so important that there be a connection. Children with ADHD need positive connections. So get your teachers on board, create a plan together, get a 504 plan that is an individual learning plan that your children are legally entitled to, and then get tutors and coaches that can help with things like organization and routines. But for parents, don't sit back. You have to stay involved, particularly during the middle school years where things can be really challenging.
Nancy, Dr. Hallowell, thank you both so much for joining us this morning. A lot of really important and good information, and we'll include some of that on our website if you'd like to look into this further. In the meantime, we'll be right back.